Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Again, I wanted to say thank you to my new subscribers. Any of you guys that came over here from Kev Hicks Talks Guys and Girls. He's a real stand-up guy for giving me a shout out, so I truly appreciate that. Any of you out there that subscribe to my channel, if you haven't checked him out, definitely go over there. He gives you some real raw advice about men and dating. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into my video, which is gonna be the top 3 qualities that I feel like you should be looking for in a man, especially if you're looking for a godly husband. Definitely feel like there's just some key components that you need to be looking for, some foundational things that will help you maybe to avoid some pitfalls of dating the wrong people. I just obviously dated a lot of wrong people, as you guys have probably seen in my other videos. I went from the beginning to now with all the people that I dated and all the just wrong decisions that I made. And I feel like I've learned so many lessons, and that's the reason why I wanted to be able to share this channel and my experiences with you guys. So definitely stay tuned for my top 3 qualities that I feel like you should be looking for in a man. So number 1, I feel like the most important thing is that you find someone that has their own personal relationship with God. I went through being married and divorced, obviously, and I feel like my husband's relationship with God was largely dependent on me. Me nagging him to read the Bible, me nagging him to go to church on Sunday and things like that, which, that's no good. Everyone has to have their own personal relationship with God. It can't be dictated by somebody else. And so if you're constantly nagging your spouse, boyfriend, whoever to go to church, that's not a good look. I mean, they just have to have their own personal relationship with God in order for things to work. And if it's not there ahead of time, then maybe you should think about things a little bit more. I just feel like dating someone that you're not equally yoked with, being married to someone you're not equally yoked with is such a huge deal, and God tells us not to do it, and it's definitely for a reason. And I'm a living testimony of someone that got married to someone, and he didn't have his own personal relationship with God, and I tried to kind of incorporate that into our marriage, and it was very one-sided. I really feel like in a relationship, the man should come to you already knowing what the Bible expects of him as a man, as a father, as a husband. I really feel like that if he doesn't have those things already, that likely going into the marriage afterwards, he's not going to have it either. So I really feel like just having God in your relationship, the very beginning, you guys praying for each other and things like that are very, very key. You guys are looking to God to help you guys make the decisions of the next steps of your relationship. Number 2, I feel like is equally important. I really feel like, a lot of us, especially being like younger women, feel like we buy into this whole thing about men needing to chase us. And I feel like that's wrong, and I feel like that's a really immature way to date, is because who wants to waste all that time and energy chasing somebody? Like, you don't have to chase somebody. You guys actively pursue one another. I feel like we need to change that word from chasing to pursuing, and I think that both of you should pursue each other. I don't think that there should be any game playing like, oh, well, I'm just not gonna call him back for 30 minutes so it looks like I'm busy, or I'm not gonna text him back right away, that'll make me look desperate. I'm gonna tell you I do all those things. And reason being is because I don't want Cece to feel insecure. I don't want him to feel like, what is she doing? Where's she at? And I'm pretty sure he's not gonna do that anyway, because I do feel like we have built up some level of trust, and he knows I'm probably like in the shower or, at work or whatever, in the car, so I didn't text him back till I got to my destination. Like, I'm sure he can rationalize those kinds of things. And I can do the same thing. I just really feel like it's just so important for us to get away from that mindset of feeling like, we have to play games with each other to come together. Like, those two things don't even make any sense. I feel like we should be instead looking for someone that can openly and honestly communicate with us. You know, someone that's like, I don't want to chase you. I want to have you and keep you. You know, I want to keep pursuing our relationship and us building and us growing. But, you know, I don't feel like I need to be doing all this extracurricular stuff and, you know, like playing head games and mind games and things like that. I just feel like I said, that's just real immature. Someone that really does care about you, they want you to feel secure. They don't want you to be constantly guessing about where you stand with them. And they want to be able to have, you know, good, healthy boundaries with you. You know, I don't feel like a mature person is going to be like, oh, well, you know, I need to do this and this so that they'll keep being interested and so that they'll keep liking me and blah, blah, blah. You know, Cece is funny because he's like, I want to see you at your worst because I want to know what I'm getting into. And, you know, if you don't have a man like that, that's like, look, let me just see it all up front and let me decide whether or not I can rock with this or not for the rest of my life. You know, I will give him his props for saying that. And at first I was like, nah, you're not seeing me in my bonnet. Like, because that was like my biggest thing. And he's like, I want to see you in your bonnet, bae. Like, I'm like, but no. He's like, yeah, like, just let me see. And so that was like our biggest debate. But I mean, I feel like, you know, someone that really does want to be with you is going to make you feel comfortable no matter what, that's going to stand by you no matter what. And I think that those are the qualities you should be looking for, not someone that's chasing you. Number 3 is really important. And, oh, what's that guy's name? Derek Jackson. He has another video, or he has another YouTube channel about dating and relationships. And there was something that was similar. So go and check him out too. But there was something similar that he said about this. There was a woman that was like, oh, well, my man doesn't treat me the same way that he treated his exes, you know, because I don't even put myself out there like that. Like, basically saying that he treats her like gold, and, you know, just because he dogged you doesn't mean that he's over here dogging me, which, I mean, just is a lot of extra trash and garbage that, like I said, just not to get into. But here's what, just a synopsis of what Derek Jackson said. He's like, if he is a dog, he's gonna keep kind of just being a dog. If he's like a bad person, he's gonna keep being a bad person. Like, you know, you may not see it right away, but it's kind of coming. So just to expound on that, and those are not direct quotes, it's just kind of like what I got from it, that, you know, he disagreed wholeheartedly with the girl to be like, well, look, you know, you should be looking for a good man. And so if he's a bad guy, he's gonna just keep being a bad guy. You just might not see it yet. And I completely agree, because I feel like if you are with someone that's not kind to others, and is not genuinely kind to others, you know, not like, oh, well, they smile in someone's face and then they talk about them behind their back. I'm saying like genuinely kind to others, that cares about people, that's a people person. I'm not real outgoing, but I care genuinely about people, strangers, kids, adults, elderly, like, you know, whoever, my family, my friends, you know, I genuinely care about others. And so if you're not with a man that cares about other people, that is kind to other people, I feel like he's not a good man. No matter how you want to justify, like, oh, well, he treats me nice, or he doesn't do this with me or that to me or whatever, it's like you still have to realize that if you have a good person, like you have someone with a good, genuine heart, then they're going to be able to spread that and be kind to other people. They're not going to dog their exes. They're not gonna, you know, call them derogatory names and be like, but I love you, you know. And that's kind of like what the girl was saying, like, oh, well, you know, he's nice to me and he does this for me, he's not dogging me. That was you, you know. It's just a matter of time before it's you, though. So definitely look for a man that is kind, that is genuine, that has a good heart for people, and not just you, but his kids, his family, his friends, his community. So definitely think that that's important as well. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you felt encouraged by it, if you guys liked the video, if you felt like, maybe I had some key points or maybe I left out some things, definitely comment below and let me know. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I will be back next week for a new video. Again, thank you guys to my new subscribers, and if you guys have any video suggestions or anything like that or any questions, definitely leave those below as well. But until next week, thank you guys.